You wake up and the first thing you do is reach for your phone, injecting a lethal dose of cheap dopamine into your brain before your eyes have even adjusted to the light. You are not starting your day, you are surrendering your sovereignty. I, Dr. Thorne, see a world of dopamine addicts, men and women whose neurological reward systems have been hijacked by Silicon Valley engineers and industrial food chemists. Your brain was designed to reward you for the hunt, for the struggle, and for the achievement. But now, you receive the same chemical reward for scrolling through a screen as a conqueror would for winning a battle. This is not progress, this is the castration of the human will. Your dopamine receptors are fried, leaving you in a permanent state of boredom, anxiety, and profound lack of purpose. The dopamine circuitry is the primary engine of your ambition. When it is functioning correctly, you move through life with the precision of a predator, focused on your goals with unwavering intensity. But when you overstimulate this circuitry with artificial signals, pornography, social media, processed sugar, and constant notifications, the brain protects itself by shutting down its receptors. You become numb. You need more and more stimulation just to feel normal. Wait a minute, don't miss this detail. Your motivation is not a personality trait, it is a biological resource. If you waste it on a screen, you will have nothing left for your life. To reclaim your power, you must perform a radical neural debridement. You must starve the distractions to feed the destiny. Modern civilization is an elaborate trap designed to keep you in a state of high arousal impotence. We have created an environment that is biologically unrecognizable to the human brain. Your ancestors evolved to find dopamine in the completion of a long journey or the mastering of a difficult skill. Today, that same chemical is sold to you in 6-second clips and sugary coatings. I, Dr. Thorne, call this the desensitization crisis. When you flood your synapses with high-frequency, low-effort rewards, your brain undergoes a process called downregulation. To prevent its own destruction from overstimulation, it physically reduces the number of dopamine receptors. You are literally losing your capacity to feel pleasure, to feel drive, and to feel alive. You are becoming a ghost in your own machine. Wait a minute, don't miss this detail. This is why the things that used to excite you now feel like a chore. This is why you cannot read a book for 20 minutes without checking your notifications. Your neural hardware is no longer tuned to the subtle frequencies of reality, it is tuned to the screaming distortion of the digital world. You are suffering from a chronic inflammation of the ego, driven by a dopamine system that is perpetually starving while being constantly fed. To fix the mind, we must first fix the receptor. We must clear the static from the line. In the Thorne Protocol, we do not believe in finding motivation. We believe in creating the biological conditions where motivation is the only logical outcome. You must embrace the void of boredom to allow your receptors to regrow. Silence is the surgery that heals the hijacked mind. Dopamine is not about pleasure, it is about pursuit. It is the chemical of more. It is the fuel that drove men to cross oceans without a map and to build cathedrals that would take centuries to complete. But in your hands, this fuel is being burned in a vacuum. Your ambition has been decoupled from your actions. You experience the win in your mind through a simulation, a video game, a movie, or a social media like, and therefore, your body feels no need to achieve it in reality. You are biologically satisfied while being practically a failure. I, Dr. Thorne, refuse to let you settle for this artificial survival. We must rewire the architecture of your ambition so that your dopamine is once again linked to your sovereignty. The neural pathways of the striatum are like muscles. If they are used for cheap hits, they become weak and flaccid. If they are used for deep work and long-term goals, they become ironclad. A sovereign man understands the delayed gratification protocol. He knows that the most potent dopamine release comes not from the start, but from the grueling middle and the triumphant end. You must learn to fall in love with the struggle. When you deny yourself the easy dopamine, you are forcing your brain to search for it in the difficult. This is how you develop the predatory focus required to dominate your field. You are no longer chasing the high, you are building the empire that generates the high. Your brain is the engine, your dopamine is the high-octane fuel. Stop wasting it on a lawnmower when you are meant to be a jet. To reclaim your dopamine circuitry, you must undergo what I call the sensory fast. This is a period of total neurological austerity. For 7 days, you will remove every artificial stimulant from your environment. No screens, no processed sugars, no music, no constant social validation. You will stare at the walls until the silence becomes loud. Most of you will fail within the first 4 hours because you are terrified of what you will find in the absence of distraction. You will find yourself. And for many, that is a terrifying prospect. But in that void, something miraculous happens. Your dopamine receptors, no longer bombarded by the artillery of the modern world, begin to reset. The threshold for joy begins to drop. A piece of fruit starts to taste like a feast. A simple walk feels like an adventure. A deep thought feels like a revelation. Wait a minute, don't miss this detail. Your brain is a masterpiece of adaptation. It wants to find balance. When you remove the artificial highs, it creates its own internal high. This is where the flow state lives. It is a state of neurochemical harmony where dopamine, noradrenaline, and endorphins work in perfect synchronization. In this state, your performance increases by 500%. Your creativity becomes a weapon. But you cannot reach flow if you are addicted to the pings of the world. You must earn the right to enter the sanctuary of focus. The sensory fast is not a punishment, it is a purification. It is the removal of the rust from the gears of your destiny. Only the man who can sit in a room alone and be satisfied is truly free from the control of the architects of distraction. The operation on your mind is complete, but the healing is your responsibility. You now hold the blueprint to your own neural reward system. You understand that every click, every bite, and every thought is either a deposit into your future sovereignty or a withdrawal into biological bankruptcy. Choose wisely. I, Dr. Thorne, do not offer you a comfortable life. I offer you a life of absolute precision and terrifying potential. The modern world wants you distracted because a distracted man is a man who can be governed. A man who has mastered his dopamine is a man who cannot be bought, cannot be distracted, and cannot be stopped. He is the architect of his own joy and the master of his own ambition. Leave a comment with the words "I am the master of my drive" to signal your commitment to this neural recalibration. The era of cheap dopamine ends now. The era of the sovereign hunter begins. We have cleaned the receptors, we have rewired the circuitry, and we have fueled the engine. Now, go out and build something that is worthy of your biological excellence. I am Dr. Thorne, and I have given you the keys to your own cage. The door is open. The choice to walk through it is yours. Stay sharp. Stay focused. Protect your circuitry. Farewell, until we meet in the next layer of your reconstruction. The operation is officially over.